Hello everybody, and welcome to the final episode of the hypothetical route of Let's Play Dynasty 8 Extreme Legends. Last time we went through and invaded Luoyang and took it over. In this episode we're heading into the capture of Wei, heading into Xuchang. The expeditionary force has joined up with Liu Bei and is heading for Xuchang. There is no need for tricks. Use all your forces to defeat the enemy. So first we'll be doing a normal battle. The Shu forces managed to overcome the various schemes of Cao Pi and the Suma family and broke through Luoyang. While they were waiting to meet Liu Bei and the others, they advanced towards Cao Cao's location in Xuchang. Cao Cao. He was a man who had fought by Liu Bei's side and had later become his greatest enemy. Since the beginning of the chaos, his presence proved to have tremendous influence over Liu Bei's destiny. And finally, the strange connection between these two men prepared to reach its ultimate conclusion. Liu Bei was determined to put a stop to Cao Cao's ambition and bring an end to the chaos. He would realize his ideal of a land of benevolence. Full of confidence, he prepared for his showdown against Cao Cao. Liu Bei's son, Liu Shan, Xiao Yun, and Zhuge Liang are also eagerly anticipated the battle to come. These brave men prepared for the final battle to bring an end to the chaos. And we'll be playing as Liu Bei. Because we haven't played Liu Bei. Anyway, I don't... Seriously, since... Well, let's play Liu Bei! That's actually a good question. When was the last time we played Liu Bei? It's a while. Before Front Castle, at least. Doesn't play Link. Yeah.
We've made it this far, brother.
Brother.
Yes.
Hulkamania.
One more step, and we're there.
Anyways, I wasn't allowed to watch pro wrestling again.
Final enemy was always to be Lord Cao Cao.
Actually, no, it's more or less Sun Quan, because
Yes.
Sun Quan hasn't really joined with you.
He is the root cause of this chaos.
Kinda.
I am happy, my brothers. Huh? What's brought this on? Happy that the three of us are heading into this age together.
And we're not dead. And then I have to leave it to my son to rule.
Our vow of that day. Maybe once we've won this battle. Indeed. Come then. Let us strike out into the era that lies beyond this chaos.
And base preparations. Alright, let's do the final talks of this, of the main story before we do the Extreme Legends stages next episode. These guys will retire after this battle. Come back alive, all of you. I can't stop shaking. It's an excitement or fear. Lord Liu Bei will soon ruin the land. Finally! I'm so glad I followed him! We must win. I want to see Lord Liu Bei's kingdom. Lord Liu Bei is going to prevail in his fighting against Cao Cao. Lord Liu Shan is a friendly fellow. I think he's perfect for ruling the new kingdom. The troops are all standing at their positions. We are ready to strike at any moment. And it's amazing to see the little ado that Xiao Yun rescued as Shangpan turned to Lord Liu Shan that we know. To the Lord Liu Shan that we know. So this is it, the final battle. The enemy will surely fight to the last man. It is a shame that we must resort to bloodshed until the very end. Father, I hope this battle will bring an end to the chaos. I am far from matching you, Father. I shall fight with everything I have, nothing less. This is your final training. Show me what you're made of! Today will come the settled difference between Cao Cao and Lord Liu Bei. The victory at Fawn Castle has changed our destiny. At least, that's how I feel about it. Game. I wish I had close enough friends to swear an oath to at the Peach Garden. But chaos can only be quelled through benevolence, not by conquest fueled by ambition. It is an honor for me to be able to wield my spear in Lord Liu-Bei's name. I'm guessing that's the guy. We certainly had an interesting relation with Cao Cao. One day we're allies, next we're enemies. That all ends today. Let's make Lord Liu-Bei's kingdom possible. Hey, it's me. I need to apologize. I actually didn't believe that Lord Liu-Bei's ideals prevail, despite serving him. But now I've realized how wrong I was. Lord Liu-Bei's ideals are right for the people, and I believe in him. This is also the last battle I will fight in to repay him. After this is over, I am returning home to my family and going to enjoy life in the new kingdom. Well, have a great life, man. There's nothing to worry about. I'll do anything to make my brother's dream come true. This will be our final last battle. I'm gonna make the most of it. Our numbers matter not. All we must do is support our brother's great intentions. For I must first honor the oath I have with my sworn brother. Our land of benevolence will soon be here. Only Cao Cao stands in our way. Zhuge Liang, what is your strategy for this battle? I have several. However, it will be a matter of devotion, not strategy, that will win this battle. Your aspirations, combined with our men's will to fight, will lead us to victory. I suppose this will make me a horrible strategist. Let us set out to win, my lord. Yes, let's be on our way. All right, men. Let us be our final battle. Anyways, just checking Zhang Liao's... Okay, so we defeat those guys on. Okay, switch just to use Liu-Bei's weapons. Time to finish the land of Shu, the last of the three kingdoms.
Reinforcements are heading this way. If they join up with the rest of their forces, we will be at a disadvantage. Our lord and I shall attack the castle.
Kaboosh!
Lord Liu Shan and Master Zhao Yun, you must hold back the enemy reinforcements.
Also, it's nice to have Liu Shan have a father.
It is thanks to you,
I wish that they got to interact more, you know.
let us create a land of benevolence together. Indeed, we must achieve victory in this battle. Perfect timing. I was
Looking for an opportunity to test my new tactics. Hey, you're alive. Let's finish this. Also, it's a similar map to what the Dynasty Warriors in Wu's campaign. And remember, unlike Wu, we are going to be basically killing most of these officers, I'm going to say.
There are enemy troops guarding the approaches for our reinforcements. Let's deal with them first. I am worldwide.
But I will show you
Mercy.
Hey there. Shahobazane.
Ow.
Nice to meet you.
I refuse to perform my
Aspirations.
Got all this armor. Would have protected me
Ouch.
better than this.
Shove right through that armor.
Amazing. You have gained my respect.
Yeah.
Now's the time. Aim for Liu Bei and let your arrows fly.
Not again.
We must eliminate those.
I think the last time we saw him was the battle after Chengdu. No, Mount Dingjun. That's when we played as him was Battle of Shibi. Boom! There's Cheng Yu.
Our enemies won't be able to come near.
Gets smoted.
All that's left. Heal up you are simply amazing in battle.
And down you go.
It seems the castle gates will not open. We will have to break them down with our
Alright. I should have more unique music though, but I'm guessing that's gonna happen after a certain point. Okay. Slash 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 slash. Pack. Fei Yao.
It seems they have seen through our plans. We must minimize the damage before the ram is destroyed.
Can you just open the door?
That should stop anyone from interfering with our attack on the castle. Now it's time for us to head inside.
Hello, Wenpin. My time is now. Can you say that again? Zap. Boom.
To someone as scrawny as you. Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
And down he goes. I'm guessing Liu Shan is over there. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, he is. You're not hitting the door. You're not ramming the door. You're hitting the wall next to the door. Game. Game. You're not hitting the wall.
The Shu forces are here. Prepare the arbalists.
There we are. It broke anyway.
Stationing arbalists in a town like this. The streets are too narrow. We won't be able to avoid them. Who says we have to stick to ground level? Bring the ladders. We'll take to the rooftops.
Alright, yeah, I can do that. Just checking something real quick. How much will the rapier do? Blades. Rapier. 28. Okay, definitely equipped a different weapon for Liu Shan. The halberd, because... not having that weapon equipped on him. Freaking... No. Heck no. One is on lineage, one is lineage Shu. Also, fun fact, Shu actually, I think, wore red, historically. While, Wei and... Remember right, Wei and, used to wear... Not green, but I think... Gold... No, yellow? Yeah, Wei and Wu used to wear yellow. It was unparalleled. And I was dead. Where your virtue shall fail. Now, weird thing is, Saiwan-Ji does not have a death quote for this mission. Saiwan-Ji, if I remember right, actually just runs away in battle.
You truly are the son of the god of war. It shall be an honor to do battle against you.
You want to take me on? Very well. I shall grant you your wish. You will not pass through here while I'm still breathing. Leave now if you value your lives.
You think we'll turn back just because you say so?
Alright. Forward!
It's gonna be you. Everybody says that you're an imbecile, but my instincts tell me that you're a mighty warrior. I find it humorous that you think so highly of me. We shall see
Yeah.
how accurate your instincts are.
Yeah, Liu Shan, more to him than he seems. He's not as good of a ruler as Liu Bei. Heck no. But he is not incompetent. As like a lot of the book portrayed him.
And together we can welcome the advent of a new world. For the sake of our
I just realized I don't know this theme of Shu. I know the theme of Wei and I know the theme of Wu, but I actually don't know the theme of Shu. This might be it, honestly.
As you would expect, Cao Cao's base is well defended. However, we must not flinch in the face of this conflict. Chaos.
Carve through them, Liu Bei! I'm fighting them for the sake if I want to. Kaboom! It's fun too.
They're here. These flames will reduce them to ashes.
It's fun to just wipe out the entire Wei army. Main force.
Seems they won't let us go. I suppose we'll just have to fight fire with fire.
So I'll light this is on double fire.
There are flames coming out of that statue.
Boom.
Finally push forward. Let's join up with Zhuge
So my father is over there? I can only hope he is unharmed.
You are an epic fighter. I didn't even recognize you at first.
Basically, Liu Shan is the person who has the best people at heart, but was dealt a really bad hand. Basically the same ideals as his father, just not the same level of leader as Liu Bei, and was dealt a really, really bad hand at the time he joined. And actually, I think he's a little bit kinder than his father. Am I right?
Most impressive. You are a true warrior of the three kingdoms. You are simply amazing in battle.
Anyways, there goes Cao Pi, smote into oblivion, and Genji.
How could you do this to me?
All right, onward to the throne room. Down with tyrants.
So, you are to be my final opponent. Liu Bei, you and I.
You and I. Blech! Final cutscene. Why do I feel like this hypothetical route was easier than all the others?
You win, Liu Bei.
Yes, I do.
Long have you stood in my way. You think benevolence can lead the people? People must be shown reason and kept in check by strength.
You might be right. However, I still believe in the potential of the people.
In that case, do what you will. Farewell, Liu Bei.
That was a good character moment for both Cao Cao and Liu Bei. You know, both hero,
Farewell.
Cao Cao, hero,
Cao Cao.
hero of the chaos. Farewell. The shining star known as Cao Cao fell at the Battle of Xuchang. As a result, Shu's forces captured the region of Huabei, which is thrown into confusion by the loss of Cao Cao. Finally, the chaos of the land had ended. Afterwards, Liu Bei reinstated the Han-led capital of Luoyang. There, he welcomed the Emperor personally. He named both Liu Bei and Sun Quan as kings and entrusted them with actual governing of the land. Thus, the Han Imperial Court was restored to its former glory, and the land was once again welcomed peace. Through scarred to the constant fighting, the land would once again grow fertile due to the efforts of the people. Those that had lived through the chaos would once again be able to return to their old lives. With thoughts of the new land in his heart, Liu Bei looked to finally realize his land of benevolence. He would do it together with the people and his allies. He also remembered the words spoken by his nemesis upon conceding defeat. The ambitions of heroes causes them to desire the land, and from that, a new age can be born. So Sun Quan is now just king of he's no longer emperor, but he's king of Wu. Because I do know that I think Sun Quan was actually loyal to Han, which is interesting. Until, like, it was like, okay, the Han Dynasty is over.
I am delighted to be
Nope, sorry.
able to see the dawn of this new age, together with you all. However, I have one last request. Remember our sacrifices. Resolving disputes through force alone is never enough to win people's hearts. The passions of people cannot be mastered by reason alone. What we need are allies we can trust, friends who will support us.
In that case, do what you will.
And together, we can create it. A land of virtue and benevolence.
And so, the Han Dynasty was restored. Just don't hire any eunuchs. Don't hire eunuchs. At all. Zhang Zhao is like, what are you doing, Liu Bei? I did this to get rid of the Han. How dare you! I'll now do another rebellion, and this time I'll start in Wu! Anyways. So, this time we're gonna do Liu Shan. Aw. I'm not sure what I'm saying aw to. I'm getting distracted by cat. Anyways. Liu Shan, Liu Shan, Liu Shan. I'm gonna give you the freaking halberd. I am not doing this without this. I'm gonna have to defeat 3 officers in 10 minutes, and I am not doing it without this. Especially with a weapon like yours. Okay. Okay, that is better. Anyways. Get rid of Quick Learner, get Rage Springs. We need to do it fast. What's good is his mission is entirely different.
Legacy of virtue that my father left me.
Wait. Aw. The cat here, Augie, is right now grabbing my arm and trying to get me to pet him. Aw, he's happy. He's a sleepy boy. Alright. So, Liu Shan. Oh, I just realized they're both Dash characters. You know, like father, like son. Alright.
Enemy reinforcements are heading this way. If they join up with the rest of their forces, we will be able to...
Yeah, here's the reason why.
Our Lord and I shall attack the castle. Lord Liu Shan and Master Zhao Yun.
Give me a moment. Alright, batteries ran out. New batteries are in. That was a bad timing.
Father's land of benevolence is not such a distant dream. We should do whatever we can to make it a reality, Zhao Yun.
Oh, hi,
It is time for this dragon to dominate the battlefield.
Alright. Give me a moment. Alright. Augie's being cute. He wanted more attention, so... Flash wanted to leave the room. So, I'm back. Alright. Long Su. Alright, let's prevent the reinforcements from arriving. Spending Liu Shan whole characters wielding Lubu's weapon is pretty funny to me. Stop it!
Though I may not possess the strength
Think
of
of my father.
I share
Maybe
his
it's
love of
meant to
virtue.
you. Alright.
Our enemies won't be able to come near us now. All that's left is to seal up the other approach.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
How could I have made such an error? Though I may not possess the strength of my
Right.
father, I share his love of virtue.
Alright, there we are. Alright.
You'll soon regret coming out here alone.
Can you stop? Below everything, stop it!
If we
Alright.
close off this approach, it will keep the enemy reinforcements at bay.
Die.
Let's do what we did last time. That should stop anyone.
Alright, so 6.5 minutes. We still have time.
Now it's time
He said
for
to go
us
through
head
there.
inside. My lord, your skills have improved greatly.
I am speechless. Alright.
Forces are here.
Poke, 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 poke. Okay, so we cannot move around. Got it. Okay. Can you not game? Alright, I'm gonna reset that. Also, by the way, I changed the art finally. Hooray! Just in time for the series to end.
Lord, your skills have improved greatly.
Yeah.
I am speechless.
But again, I will be going through that art and showing off a lot of it after we 100% the game. No, your fate is to be talked to.
I share his love
I will not leave that alone. It's funny. It's funny to me, so I will not. It's out.
Forces are here.
I hate archers.
Prepare the arbalists.
fully obey, and let your arrows fly.
Stationing arbalists in the town.
Thank you.
The streets are too narrow. We won't be able to avoid them. Who says we have to stick to ground level? Bring the ladders. We'll take to the rooftops. We must eliminate those archers. Get atop the castle walls as quickly as possible.
Ah! Ow, 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 ow. Stop it! Stop! God, stop it! Stop! My gosh! Let me move! Getting stun locked to death. Anyways. Okay. Not again. Alright.
We will have to break them down.
Like that.
Prepare the ram. We will open the town gates and secure our approach. It seems they have seen through our plans. We must minimize the damage before the ram is destroyed.
It is harder than you think to defend a location. That is why I am seeing to it myself.
Why can't you just destroy them from the front? Alright, there we are. Arbalist soul destroyed. Alright. Now you defeat these guys in basically 3 minutes. If you defeat all 3 of them, you win.
Out alone. Were you eager for the first kill? You will make a worthy opponent.
You're all alone? You are either very brave or very foolish. Is this where the path of the warrior
ends? Yes, yes it
Everybody
is.
says that you're an imbecile, but my instincts tell me that you're a mighty warrior. I find it curious that you think so highly of me.
And there we are.
We shall see
Down they
how
go.
accurate your instincts are.
Considering he's dead already, I think his instincts are right. It's Sun Moon. Okay, that is definitely a 5th weapon. Or not a 5th weapon, but a 3rd weapon. You know, a star weapon. And that's a star weapon as well. Wind Gale. Alright. So.
They're here. These flames will reduce them to ashes.
Okay. Can't break these apparently, sadly, but okay. Let's get our 5th weapon.
Let us pass.
Which is the last 5th weapon. The Verdant Thrust. Oh, I think it fits him actually. A lot more than this does. Cool looking sword too. The gemstone that's on. Well, gemstone, just a skeleton real.
What's that? There are flames coming out of that statue.
And down he goes. Boink. I had to pilot it myself. Yep. I actually like how 9 shows him off in a more realistic take at the Juggernaut. With them being like kind of like a bronze lion head, but you can see the people quartering in the back instead of being a tank in the midi. A medieval tank. Or ancient China tank. Boom. For some reason. You know, aim, fire!
It looks like we can finally push forward. Let's join up with Leon. So my father is over there? I can only hope he is unharmed.
But yeah. Almost there, and then it's the costume time. Play dress up. Did that with old shoe forces, which is a lot of them, so.
You prefer to do things on your own.
Blink.
I feel sorry for you.
What? Oh.
And yet, as a man of war, I must respond to it.
Which basically, what the frick are you talking about?
Why would you fight all alone? It is such a waste of effort.
Because I am the secret weapon.
So this is the end. It is not as I had imagined.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that is 4. 1, 2, 3. 1. Simply amazing in battle. You're simply amazing in battle.
So you would face me in battle,
Battle.
would you?
Ooh.
Very well.
Oh. Wait. Ah, okay, that's the move. Okay. Woo! Anyways. Ah, da, 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 da.
To have fallen in battle.
Oh. I have no regrets.
Though I may not possess the strength of
My father
I share
shares
his
the love of virtue.
It is almost time, champion. It will not be long before my father has united the land.
Ow.
Years have flown by since I rescued you as a baby from Changban. I am glad that we are able to witness this
Alright. Time to take on Cao Cao and finish this. I don't believe I showed off his rage art, did I?
Many enemies here. How magnificent.
Yeah, let's show it off now in case I haven't. No, I didn't. Yeah. I'm really bad at describing characters, by the way. Or why I like characters, I should really say. It's easier to say why you dislike something than why you like it. That's what I've come to realize over
Hey, that was amazing. I think we are getting close to
many debates. Oh, they're saying it's good because you have to find, you know, why is it good is the thing. That's the hard part. Oh, so me.
You believe you can beat me? Your stupidity amuses me. How can one such as you stop me?
Is that a halberd?
Though I may not possess
That's the strength of my father.
I share his
Love of virtue.
What is Liu Bei's idiot successor doing here?
Oh.
Surely you don't intend to take me on.
I certainly do. My cause is not foolish. I am fighting to bring peace and order.
And the one thing is, Liu Shan recognizes is that he's not on any part of his father,
Clearly you don't know.
and recognizes certain things with Shu that certain other officers in his army haven't noticed.
I suppose death is something even I cannot overcome.
Considering how, oh hey, if you use that, you can basically use that as his own move. Oh, frick.
Your skills.
Let's see, from South South, we'll do that or die, so.
How could you do this?
To me. Alright. Come here, South South. Come here, Cupcake.
So you are Liu Bei's son, are you? I heard you were a simple fool, but perhaps you are more powerful than I thought.
And you are Cao Cao,
Ah!
hero of chaos. I intend to defeat you, so please don't hold it against me.
Alright, let's kick the crap out of him. And that's that. That's the end of, Shun. Well, all of them the Extreme Legends stages, which there are a couple of them. But, without further ado, it's time for the costume off. Time for me to go through everyone's costumes and, judge them. So, Zhao Yun, or how I think of the character. Zhao Yun I really like as a character. I think he's a really cool dude. Yeah, I think he, and also inspired Dynasty Warriors, a franchise that I so love. Now, his Dynasty Warriors 6 costume is flippin' amazing! I love how it looks. This is my quintessential thought process whenever I think of him. It's straight. It's a great costume. Dynasty Warriors 7. It's good. I definitely prefer other costumes, but I think that I think it's a pretty good, decent costume. Does look very worn, though, which is cool. But I'm not sure about the one arm being exposed. That's it. Yeah. Dynasty Warriors 7-2 costume. What he looked like when he worked in a Gusung Zan is interesting. I think the yellow looks really good with the white. And the one green fire scarf is pretty cool. I like the costume. Original costume. Red Ranger. Yeah, a lot of the 5 Tiger Generals are all based off of Super Sentai characters. So this is Red Ranger, or like yeah, Red Ranger basically, or Power Rangers. So, I don't know the term for the Ranger. I think it's Ranger Red. But I do like this costume idea. I do kind of wish he had the mask, but also kind of like how they incorporated his headband into the design as well. I just think it's a pretty good costume. Dynasty Warriors 3. Pretty good costume. Not sure how I feel about him having my haircut, other than the ponytail. But I think overall it's a pretty good costume. I like the blue too. Hey. Dynasty Warriors 4. Another really good costume. I love the Shaw, is that whatever it's called? I think it's one of the few costumes of a ponytail. And it says, and it keeps the headband, but also has the thing and the little thing going off with the dragon on it. Again, Dynasty Warriors 4 usually has amazing costumes with great character art design. Again, also keeps the blue, which fits with this dragon spear. Again, pretty good costume. I'm not going to rate them on a 10 out of 10 this time, but I'm just going to do it as I say it. I really have it as a good nostalgia costume. This is the Dynasty Warriors 5 costume. It is, in my opinion, the like another cool costume that I think of when I think of Zhao Yun. The white with the streaks of blue and green. It's really cool. And again, this was before they really focused on this is one color. But it's where it has that color in it, but it's, you know, not primary. And I just think it's a really cool costume of Zhao Yun. I also like how it's mostly cloth armor, leather armor, from what I see. Versus, it's leather armor on top of metal armor, which, you know, is unique among the costumes in the series, versus later ones just making full armor. Dynasty Warriors 6 costume is another one of the most iconic ones, being a full armored body, knight armor with a green scarf, with a teal scarf. This is another amazing costume for Zhao Yun, and another one I think of Zhao Yun. Again, Zhao Yun always has amazing costumes. Romance 3 Kingdoms version, this is how he looks like in Romance 3 Kingdoms 13, which is a bit more of like a period-accurate version of Zhao Yun, which again, I also really like as a costume. Next, when I eventually play Zhao Yun again in free mode, when we do the free mode stages, I will probably be using this costume once or twice, and again, a bunch of the costumes that I see. So, yeah. Great costume, Zhao Yun. And the Dynasty Warriors 7 original costume. It makes him look like a Yakuza character, but other than that, it's kind of meh. I do kind of like the black and red in the multicolored scarf. They're together, but that's it. It's kind of meh. Dynasty Warriors 7 original costume 2. Also really cool. A samurai warriors version of Zhou Yu. or Zhao Yun. Because, yeah, it's basically what he was a samurai and worked for, I don't know, like, Ieyasu. It's pretty cool. We're seeing one of their other franchises, and he looks freaking cool in it. Again, pretty darn cool. And the Koei Tecmo costume. Pretty cool as well. Again, Zhao Yun poster boy gets some of the best costume in the game, so great costume. Not much I can say about it, but otherwise, great costumes all around. Guan Yu, Dynasty Wars 8 costume is another costume I think of when I think of Guan Yu. I'm not sure how I feel about the ball, the claw ball in the middle of his hat, but I do think it's a very good costume. Also with the headdress still is pretty cool, and keeping his long beard. Also the dragon pauldron is pretty cool. Along with the little green scarf, and just flowing robes. I think it's a cool costume for him. Okay, regular costume 2 is just that. But if one of those blue, I think the blue and white looks really good in Guan Yu, and I wish you got to see it a little more, and actually got to play with it instead of just seeing it in battle. But, you know, what can you do? Dynasty Wars 7. I was about to say great Guan Yu costume, but I'm not sure about the crown. That crown is not the best for Guan Yu, and I feel like but I feel like the body part is great. But I feel like the crown just kind of makes it look weird. If the Shaw, I think it'd be a great costume. But, yeah. What if it was purple? But, I do think this fits a bit more, the purple, over that with instead of like the dark, very dark green crown, you have the, a white crown, which, you know, looks like silver. It stands out a bit more, doesn't blend much with this costume, and and the patterns pop out a bit more. I think I like the costume a little bit more. Well, I appeared to be here for a while because there's a lot of characters. Anyways, Super Sentai Green, Guan Yu. I like how they kept the little thing here on his back. I like how he still has his beard. He even has his little thing that he wears under his belt, and he kept the ball orb. So I think it's a pretty cool design, adapting his costume in one of those Sentai. Pretty cool, the abs. But yeah, pretty good costume for Guan Yu. Dynasty Warriors. This is based off of his original design from Dynasty Warriors. I like this costume along with the original Dynasty Warriors costumes, mainly because this is based off of his design from from History, and from I think Romance of the Three Kingdoms 1993. Because this is basically supposed to be basically standard Guan Yu, where it's like the cloth armor with this cloth, wearing the long cloth with a beard, headband, and in the beard. So yeah, pretty good costume for Guan Yu. Dynasty Wars 3. I like this costume. Not sure how I feel about half his chest being exposed, especially for a warrior. You know, need armor. But I think it's a pretty good costume. Again, the head crown is a little weird, but I do like it a bit. Never mind. Meh. Just meh. Okay. This is a costume that's pretty good. It's basically, instead of having the ball, it's basically almost all the things the Dynasty Wars 8 costume had, but a little better, like a little bit more toned down. I think it's just a really good costume. I like the crown instead of the ball, this weird dragon claw. Still, of course, the dragon's the face of actually one of the guardian statues, like one of the guardian dog statues from that guards some Taoist temples, and yeah, just a pretty cool costume. Though the green and the green and yellow together does make it look like you sneezed on. Not sure about that though. Again, the red and blues pop out a bit more like that. Dynasty Wars 5. Again, this is pretty bit better. Makes it have a darker green. Again, really good Guan Yu costume. Again, basically a little bit of a less anime-fied version of his costume in 5. Pretty good. I like it. Even incorporate some blue in there, you know, showing about how he worked for South Stuff for a little bit. That's pretty cool. Dynasty Wars 6. Anime Guan Yu. Anime Guan Yu with Saiyan hair. Kind of a guilty pleasure, kind of not. I kind of don't like this costume, but also kind of do. I don't know how to feel about it. But also, Guan Yu is my main in Dynasty Warriors 6, so... kind of meh costume. Alright, Dynasty Warriors 7 Original. Samurai Warriors version of Guan Yu again, huh? I guess that must be the original costume for Shu. It must be, after that. Again, pretty good costume. Pretty good, like, what if he was a Samurai Warrior, you know? And with the Dao, kind of replaced that with a, I know they had a weapon similar to the Dao there. I'm forgetting the name of it, but had to use one of those, and it would have been fitting right in. All right, here is Spanish Conqueror Guan Yu. He rocks it. I'm just gonna say that he definitely rocks this costume. Very weird costume design for Guan Yu. Pretty good costume. I even like the little cross designs showing at the you know, of because he's based off of Spanish Conqueror. Spanish Conquerors were Christians, so or conquistadors, if I'm pronouncing that right, were Christian and had Christian symbols on their clothing, so fits. Anyways, Zhang Fei's costume. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I miss his hat. I think it looks really cramped, if that's best to explain it, but I also could be just Zhang Fei in general. I do think of this when I think of Zhang Fei, but I feel like it's very cramped. That's just me. That's where a 7. I feel like it's a less cramped. I don't, like, look. I don't know why. I think it's just that pauldron. It covering, like, most of his arm or something like that. Yeah, it's just less cramped. I actually like this costume a lot more. I like his, like, the little crown on him, showing that he is, you know, Storm Brother, even though it's not as, it's a little more simple. I like the armor. I like that, like, I like the black and red on him. It's a very good costume for Zhang Fei. That's where his costume too. What if he worked for Shu or not Shu? What if he worked for Wei or Jin? Pretty interesting costume. I think the white really does fit Zhang Fei. I like how it makes his crown stick out a little bit more. Original costume, Super Sentai Black. I like this costume as well. Incorporates the scarf and the regular costume, makes it gives him a little hairband and keeps his like little I don't know, gives a little headdress and gives him a little crown. I like it. That's where 6. What again? I like it again. I like more simplistic costumes. I know. Again, when I like play big games that are long running, I usually tend to go for the ones that are based off their arcade versions or their the original costumes. I feel like that's the best one. I like it. I think it's a cool costume. I think it's not too overcomplicated. I think the orange fits really well for him, and it shows that he's, you know, shows the original colors that actually did belong to Shu, which was red. Anyways, also the little pauldron there is a little interesting. It looks like a pot. I don't know how to feel about that. Anyways, red Zhang Fei, still wearing red. Okay, basically just an updated version of his Dynasty Warriors 1 costume. Okay, a little bit more armor and a little bit more, yeah, a little more design. And I like the hat still. Again, I'm glad they brought his hat back. He needed it. I didn't know how I felt about it until I actually played the older games, and I was like, oh my god, that hat is needed on him. Because it helps him, just, you know, looks cool. But anyways, next was Dynasty Warriors 4. Pretty good costume. I like the black and, the black, gold, and green, and red. Again, Dynasty Warriors 4's costumes are some of the best in the series, among top 3. Makes him look like a Lubu officer, though, but still, pretty good costume for Zhang Fei. Dynasty Warriors 5. Again, another pretty good costume. I thought that was more cloth, but anyways. But yeah, I think it's another good costume for him. I like how it's mostly armor, along with some green, showing more of, you know, going more for the green, blue, red they tended to show for. And I think it's just a pretty good costume for Zhang Fei. Dynasty Warriors 6. This is the costume I think of when I think of Zhang Fei. I love this costume, honestly. As much as I'm not a big fan of Dynasty Warriors 6's costumes, I actually love this costume for Zhang Fei. Great costume. Dynasty Warriors 7 original. What if he was... What if he was part of Yakuza, I guess? Again, I think that he looks pretty decent. Or no, it might be the other one. Makes him look as part of Yakuza. But otherwise, pretty decent costume. Okay, what is this one? Spanish Zhang Fei. Another very interesting costume, I would say. Oh, I get it. Let me guess. I want to just check Zhuge Liang real quick. I get it. Yeah, some of them are samurai, while some of them are Spanish or like Spanish/Portuguese settlers. That's cool. Or like missionaries / traders. That's cool. Still fitting with the not Super Sentai, the Sengoku Jidai art style, Samurai Warriors. Again, pretty cool. I like this design. Zhang Fei does not rock it as much as Guan Yu, but I still think it's pretty cool. Makes him look like a pirate. Alright. Zhuge Liang. I actually love this costume a lot. But I like how they made his hat kind of shrank. They just kind of took Zhuge Liang's famous hat and shrank it. Though I think the robes fit him a lot, along with the yin and yang on him in the gloves. The black and white gloves as well, the yin of his one hand and the yang on his other. I think it's a pretty good costume. Dynasty Warriors 7 is another pretty good costume for Zhuge Liang. Zhuge Liang always has that good costume. I feel like it's very bright and it's burning my eyes, but other than that, I think it's a pretty good costume. Oh god, that hat. Oh, everything's good except for that hat. Oh my god. That hat's horrible. Dynasty Warriors 2. What if he actually was recruited by Wu? I think the trapezoids on his, or not trapezoids, the triangles, triforces on his shirt are neat. And I think the whirling design in his shirt is pretty cool. Still think the hat is weird, but I think it actually does fit him. Original costume. What if he was a Super Sentai villain? What if he was one of the evil rangers or one of the main villains of a Super Sentai TV show? I think he does rock it pretty well, since he's keeping the yin and yang style on his hands. And or if he was a Kamen Rider, I think one or the other. Again, pretty cool. Dynasty Warriors 3. This is I didn't like this costume at first because I was like, the hat, but now knowing that is his historical hat, I think this is a very good costume for Zhuge Liang, showing him that he's not generally a fighter. He's more of a strategist, having more cloth clothing and his iconic hat and fan. Dynasty Warriors 4. They gave him a chef's hat. But yeah, they gave him a chef's hat and call it a day. I don't like his 4 costume. I think the front part's pretty cool, like the thing to the middle, but I think it's mostly dominated by the white coat. Actually, no, what am I talking about? I do like the costume, I just don't like the hat. 5, gave him the mini hat. Again, it's basically a toned-down version of his Dynasty Warriors 5 costume. It's pretty good. It doesn't have his iconic hat, though. Rip. 6 costume. It brings out the iconic hat, but gives him kind of a feather design. Or like a cloth design. And I think it gives the yin and yang on his hands, but I think it's pretty good. I actually do like this costume, despite it being a little over-designed with the fur. Better than what they did to Pong Tong. Alright, this costume. They turned him into I think it's supposed to be sports, or a sports team, but I'm not sure entirely. If anyone in the comments can tell me, please do so. I like the costume, actually. I think it actually does fit him with the yin and yang colors on him, and they like the dark green on him. The dark green stripe here, along with the black and gold stripe here. Second original costume. What if he was wearing a Tengu mask and was another Samurai Warrior strategist? Again, pretty cool. Again, a pretty cool idea for a costume, and I do like it. And any costumes? Nope, no for Zhuge Liang. On next to Liu Bei. Liu Bei's Dynasty Warriors 8 costume, I think, is a pretty good costume. I do like the black in the black and the blue and the green, along with the white, showing just, I think it's just a really good costume. I like the armor on it. It's just a decent costume. I feel like his older costumes are better, but I think it's a decent costume for young Liu Bei. 7's costume, I kind of like it. I like it more when in its actual game. I feel like the weird lighting in this game kind of makes it look weird, but maybe it will look better in a mission. Again, when I eventually do missions with the characters, I'll show them off, but in battle. But I think it's another good costume. Just in general, it's a good costume for young Liu Bei. What if you work for Jin? It makes him look like a Jin officer. Actually look like he came from Narnia, but he looks like a Narnia character right now, or it's just me. But pretty good costume, I'd say. Now here's the original costume. Which is not Super Sentai, I don't think, is instead, or maybe it is. Maybe it is. Yeah, it's based on Super Sentai, but I think it's based off of a, the commander, like, well, the non-ranger character, or an untransformed ranger, like in the original series. Because I know the original series, the first season of Super Sentai, they were military, so maybe that's what this is based off of the commander from Super Sentai. So cool, I like it. That's verse 3. This is in my opinion the actual face of Liu Bei. Now he doesn't have his iconic hat yet. He just has his crown, but I do think this is a pretty interesting costume for Liu Bei. And again, glad they brought back the beard and mustache. Made Liu Bei look like less like a baby. Anyways, pretty good costume. Nice verse 4, where Liu Bei started to take shape. Great costume for him. The greens, dark colors, and the crown, it makes Liu Bei look freaking awesome. And 5 is, in my opinion, the best costume for Liu Bei in the franchise. The one they brought back in Dynasty Warriors 9. This is for me, what Liu Bei genuinely looks like, and it will always look like. With his beard, his mustache, his crown, his gold and blue armor, and and just a great armor set for Liu Bei. Dynasty Warriors 6 is when they made him a baby. I think it's a cool armor set. I think it's primarily forest green and gold. Still works. This is when they just made him baby for 3 games. So yeah. Second original costume, Businessman Liu Bei, or Suit Liu Bei. Looks kind of weird without the crown. I'm gonna say the 2 strands here at the braid makes it look really, really odd. And 7 is Portuguese Spanish Liu Bei. Pretty good. Again, Guan Yu rocks the best, but I think this is a pretty good costume for him. Not sure about the boots though. But yeah, pretty good costume. Onwards to Ma Chao. Again, we're gonna be here for a while, so strap yourself in. But it's gonna get easier because a lot of characters are added in 8. Or in 8 and 7. Seriously. These characters were added in 7. These 6 characters. So they have less costumes. Ma Chao, one of the 5 Tiger Generals. His Dynasty Warriors 6 costume is pretty good. I like the white and the gold, showing his splendidness while still keeping the green, and heck, even some of the yellow to showcase that he used to be his own thing, but with some of the green to show he's now allied with Wu, and also fits his spear pretty well. Dynasty Warriors 7 costume is a great costume, and again, anytime I think of this costume, I think of Dynasty Warriors Orochi. Pretty good costume. I do like it. I like the lion helmet. The long hairband reminds me of Zero, and I think it's just a very cool costume. What if he was by himself? Again, pretty cool costume with the blue and the purples. Original costume, Super Sentai Blue. Pretty cool costume, and even kept the lion design in the helmet. And the white and and just a lot of the back part. Yeah, pretty good costume for Ma Chao. You know, keeping old designs of Ma Chao, but incorporating into Super Sentai. Again, pretty cool. Even kept the helmet. Dynasty Warriors 3. Not sure about this. Too many dragons and that. And these. Not sure how to feel about the claw nipples. I mean, what else are they? Describe it, along with the weird dragon design in the helmet. Though I do like how it's an Eastern dragon, you know, instead of a Western dragon with the horns. But yeah, 4's costume. Again, a little better. Not sure about the demon face on his chest, but again, a little better. Again, I do like the still has the gold, still has the green, and like it's a little tattered because it was constant battling. And I'm not sure how that little tail of a on a thing of his helmet is supposed to look naturally, but I think it looks better in later games. Anyway, 6 design. 6 design I actually freaking love. I love this costume. This is where well, yeah. I think that the lighter green with the whites and the lighter green and white show that he was his own warlord, but also shows that he still is a part of Shu. And I love the giant hair, like basically the hair on it. I think it's cool. Cool costume. 6's costume. No. I kind of like it, kind of hate it. He's missing his helmet, and you see, but it's the only time you ever get to see his hair, which is white. Not sure about the face mask where they gave the UA Jin. The armor, I feel like, is a little... Actually, no. It does not fit Ma Chao at all, because it's too plain. It's too plain! For Ma Chao. Ma Chao is the splendid Ma Chao. He wore gold, flashy armor that showcased that he is Ma Chao the Splendid. And that doesn't fit him. It's too plain. Alright. Biker Ma Chao. Still kept the helmet on him, but I do like the costume. It reminds me of an old biker thing I used to have, action figure I used to have when I was a kid. I actually still have it, I think. And Samurai Warriors Ma Chao, pretty cool. I think it's the other ones are better, but I still think it's pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. Instead of an Eastern Dragon, it's a phoenix. Not a phoenix, but I know it's a phoenix. Or is it a myth? No, it's an owl. It's an owl. That's cool. And then there's the back part there. I think it's a pretty cool costume, going for more avian design. Anyways, where's Ma Chao's more dragon design? Huang Zhong! Pretty good costume for Huang Zhong in this game. Kind of plain, but still pretty good. But I think the little headpiece is there pretty good. I feel like that. I like the little bit of armor. I just think it's a good costume. Dynasty Warriors 6 kind of took 7's anime designs and kind of smoothed them out. I do miss his helmet, though. Dynasty Warriors 7, I actually like this costume a lot. I think this is basically a bigger version of an old Dynasty Warriors costume, keeping a lot of the things about that game, but also keeping his helmet. Though it has a weird face on it, which I just noticed now, which is kind of interesting. Again, pretty cool. Dynasty Warriors 7 original costume 2. Young Huang Zhong. Yeah, what if Huang Zhong was young, and what would he look like during when he was fighting for the Han? Because yes, this is what he looked like. I think it's a pretty cool costume, and I like to call back to a young Huang Zhong. Good. Original costume. Yellow Ranger Huang Zhong. Pretty good. I like the little hat there. I think it's pretty interesting. I like that it kept, again, a lot of design elements from his actual costume and incorporated into this. Again, pretty good costume. Dynasty Warriors 3 costume. Ew. Ew. Sorry, I don't like this. The dark hat with the bright pastels on his body looks horrible. Looks horrible. Dynasty Warriors 4. He's gonna stab someone with his helmet. Again, I like how it's primarily yellow because it shows that he again worked for Liu Zhang beforehand. But again, a pretty good costume. Don't think the hat's weird. 5's costume, pretty good. 5's costume is a really good costume. But yeah. Oh yeah, another costume I missed. He would probably look better if he was with the Pow Dao, but because that's what he would use. But yeah, 6's costume. What if he was covered in fur? Anyways, they tried to go lean really hard into the hunter design for Huang Zhong and basically tied his hair back, which looks freaking horrible. And covered him in animal pelts. Again, a little over-designed. 7's is not... Hunter Huangjong! He looks like my grandfather. My grandfather with a longer beard and grayer hair. Or whiter hair. Again, it looks like a hunter grandfather. Interesting. And second costume. Okay, okay, this is a great costume. If you got a Yumi, that'd be amazing. Again, archer, Japanese samurai archer. Pretty cool. Archer samurai. But yeah, really cool costume. I love it. Yeah, great costume. Way on! Dynasty Warriors 8 costume is pretty good. I like how, even though I really don't like his him being a wild man, I do like this how they try to keep it by making his armor look a bit more primitive. Although I do not like the shoulder spikes, because like what if you like accidentally knee yourself in the stomach, and then you have no stomach now. Though you could use them as weapons, I guess. I do not know what to feel about with the monster toes, but other than that, decent costume. I like the mask. Dynasty Warriors 7's costume is a little more toned down. Again, it goes for more of a, you know, a little more caveman design, but pretty cool. I actually like the pauldron there. I think the stitched together leather armor on his chest is pretty good. Though I'm not sure how I feel about the mask. I think I like it. I like the costume. Dynasty Warriors 7, but if you work for Wei or Jin, I think this is a pretty cool costume. The mask stands out a bit more, again, with the white and the blue and the gold. But I feel like that the pauldron looks worse. Though apparently it's made of an animal skull, apparently, now. Or apparently made of an animal skull. I didn't notice that. But yeah. Original costume. Sentai villain. Wei on. I kind of like it. I think it's a pretty cool costume. I like how they kept the mask, but they kept some of the wild designs, but still, it looks pretty cool. Cyberpunk. Way on. Anyways, here's the first way on in the series. Again, I like how they incorporate the red a lot more in the older costumes. That's what historically Shu used. But I'm not sure how I feel about it. The mask, I feel like it covers too much of his face, and I don't like the little side parts. Otherwise, I think it does fit. I think this, if you like, this does fit him. Anyways, this is again, not sure how I feel about this costume. This basically they leaned into more of his wild man self and covered him in bones and in like a really they really like flared out his hair, if that even is hair. I'm not a big fan of the costume. 5's costume is decent. I kind of like this costume. As much as it goes in the Wildman design again, I do like how the mask appears to be carved out of a skull of some kind, and I do like the hair, the dreads, along with the, actually, thinking about the chest piece, that looks like it's very dangerous if he leans in. If he bends down, he's gonna stab himself. Just want to showcase that. Oh, no, he can't, because they're flared out. And I do like this costume. Dynasty Warriors 6 turned him into a dinosaur. He's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I don't like this design. He looks like a lizard. It's too much. Again, don't like it. 7's original. What if he was... I don't know. Guessing more sports stuff. Decent costume. I like how they incorporate the mask still, and I think it's just pretty neat. 7 original. I think he's again supposed to be Portuguese instead of the samurai. Though he looks like a sailor. Actually, I feel like this fits him as more of a strategist in general in the games. It's more for a normal way on. Again, pretty cool costume. I actually like it for a normal way on. Anyways, Wanping. Wanping's costume in this game is pretty cool. It's kind of like a slimmed down version of Dynasty Warriors 5's costume, keeping the hair, but I feel like it is worse than 5's. Again, I wish he had his cleaver instead. 7's costume. Again, Guanping usually has pretty good costumes. I kind of like this one a little bit more than 8's. I like the coat. It makes him look like Anakin Skywalker, though. Seriously, give him a lightsaber and he looks like it. I bet. It's too, thing. What if he was a yellow turban or for Yuan Shao? Decent. I think the yellow actually does look good on him. Looks very interesting with his eyes. Original costume. What if he was a doctor? Why? I like how there's jiggle physics on the name tag, but again, it's a Y costume. Dinosaurs 4. I like this costume. I like the headband. It goes more for like what if you. I know what this is. Guanping looks like he's trying to copy his father. And it kind of fits, kind of doesn't, but I kind of like it. You know, it's basically him trying to be his father. 5's costume, best in the series. I love this costume. I think the yellow and the green looks really good on him. I like how the headband, the hair looks. I think this is the best version of Guanping. Wish he had his cleaver less than his greatsword, or he wielded behind his back. Dinosaur 6 is bad. Nothing on his arms, and he's wearing a fur coat. Again, he looks more like a generic boss from a video game than an actual character. Dinosaur 7 original costume. I like this costume a bit more. Keeps some more of the stuff that makes Guanping Guanping, but still makes it, you know, more of what the team was. The sports team. And the 7 original is Fairy Tail Guanping. I'm not the biggest fan of it, personally. What if he was one of the 7 dwarves? Yeah, he's one of the 7 dwarves. That's 6 of the 6 of the dwarves in his back, and he's 7. So what if he was a 7th dwarf, and that thing around is supposed to be his beard? Okay, I kind of get it now. I don't get it. We had the great costumes of the Sengoku Jedi versions of the Dynasty Warriors characters, and now we have Fairy Tail version of the 7th dwarf. I don't like it that much, but I get it, and it's pretty funny. Yeah. Pong Tong. Pong Tong's costume in this game is pretty good, I should say. I like the little flask in the back on his back with the wine. I like his how the colors go. I like his hat. I think that his eyes are pretty cool. And I like the little jade or the bluish green thing here on his chest, along with the wrappings. And I think the fan looks pretty good. I think he's a pretty cool thing, although the fan is longer than he is. Dinosaur 7 costume is another pretty good costume. I actually think, whenever I think of him, I actually think of this costume with the dome hat, due to Warriors Orochi. Again, pretty good costume. I'm not sure about the 7 things behind him on his cloak, but otherwise, good costume. A little over designed, but good. What if he worked for Jin? Again, the gold makes this pop out a lot. Holy freaking crap. The gold pops out a lot, along with the blue. I do like this costume. Like how it's supposed to be. It's like, what if he, like when he joined, when he joined, Shui. Surgeon Pong Tong! Again, a character that we want to give a surgeon mask to, it would be Pong Tong due to him covering his face. Again, I think it's a smart way of using the little bits of things on him and using it to your advantage. Again, pretty cool costume. We'll never use it, though. Dinosaurs 3 Pong Tong. Pretty cool costume. I like the long robe. I like the long robes on him, and I think that the black robes fit him. I actually like how his hat is. Though it makes him look like he's wearing a plate on his head. Dinosaurs 4. Not sure about the hat personally, but I think it's another pretty cool costume. Pong Tong with the long robes, the black and the green, in the dusty brown, and I think it's a pretty cool costume again. Dinosaurs 5. Again, a pretty cool costume for Pong Tong. Does make him look like a zombie, though. Again, pretty cool costume. Keeps a lot of the color designs, but makes them more vibrant and dark, but at the same time, like basically vibrant dark colors, and just it's a pretty cool costume. I also like the little the black head tassel. Dinosaur 6, I really do not like. Hey, you know what? What if we take Pong Tong the Fledgling Phoenix and turn him into a moth? Ha 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 ha! Yeah, he's a moth. They turned the Fledgling Phoenix into a moth, even keeping the wing designs on on his cloak with the little things. I don't get this costume. Why? Why? There we are. Why? Why? All right, 7. Bug Catcher Pong Tong. Ah, that's cool. I like the little water bottle there. It's a pretty cool costume. And 2 is Fairy Tale Pong Tong. I get it. So some of them are sometimes when they're fairy tales, I guess. Again, what if he was a bear, I guess? An interesting costume. Yue Ying! Yue Ying's costume in this game is also pretty good, keeping the yin-yang design of her husband, but also, you know, it's a little more sleek, and the gloves make me think, like, you know, she wears those gloves while she's dementing, you know? Dynasty Warriors 7's costume, I don't like. It's when they really try to make her, like, more, like, pretty her up, if that's best explained. Like, here's her 4 costume, and then here's, like, her 7. They try to pretty her up, get rid of a lot of her armor, and make her kind of, I don't like it. I just don't like it. What if she were for Wu? I like the red colors on her, but in this costume, it would be perfect for another character that wasn't Yue Ying, though. Original costume. What if she was another Super Sentai villain? Again, pretty cool costume. I think it's I do think it's pretty cool. Kept the yin and yang design. And, yeah. Dynasty Warriors 7. I think that 7 and 5 are, in my opinion, how I think of Yue Ying. With her in full armor, her not, like, trying to be, like, where, like, things are, like, you know, show off her beauty. It's more for just, like, practical things. You know, like armor. But, yeah. I just think this is a pretty cool costume for Yue Ying, and I also like how her hair is, instead of being, like, tied up. And, like, it's, like, naturally flowing down. Which I think is pretty cool. Dynasty Warriors 5 is how I also think of her, with her, again, her longer hair. I also like the white on the red or / salmon color at the end of the frills. I think it's a pretty cool design for Yue Ying, and this is also where I also like the again, the longer hair. Dynasty Warriors 6 again, where they first tried to, like, really pretty her up by making her hair really long, getting rid of a lot of her armor, and making her, like, well, and, you know, exposing her legs. So yeah, Dynasty Warriors 7 original. What if she was a mechanic? Huh, pretty interesting. Good way of using you know, her trade of inventor as a, you know, thing, making her a mechanic. And what if she was Rita Repulsa? That's not even a joke. It's literally Rita Repulsa. Again, keeping the Super Sentai, I think it's pretty cool. Zhang Wei. Zhang Wei's costume in this game, I love the feather designs of the bird. I think it's a pretty good costume. I like it a lot. I think it also looks pretty good in blue. I actually think it looks better in blue, personally, because, well, I like blue more, but personally. But I think it's a pretty cool costume. Again, I wish we got to see this one more or play as it. Dynasty Warriors 7 costume, I think, is pretty cool too. I'm not sure how I feel about the pauldrons, but in the teal. The teal things, but I do like how it kind of shows the mixture between Shu and Wu. And Shu and Wei, though, I do think that Dynasty Warriors 8 improved on this costume design a lot. And then here is it, but it's blue. Again, I think this one actually fits more with Zhang Wei. I do like this. Original costume. Police Officer Zhang Wei. Officer Wei, reporting for duty. Or actually, be Officer Zhang. But yeah. Pretty cool costume. Dynasty Warriors 3 costume. I actually prefer him with a similar haircut to Sao P. This is my opinion, Zhang Wei, how I think of him but I'm not sure how I feel about it, this costume though. But I do like this costume though. This basically takes the 7 costume, and basically combines his Wei and Shu versions. And it's a pretty cool costume, I'd say. Along with keeping the haircut that I actually associate Zhang Wei with. Pretty cool. 5 costume. Also pretty cool. Keeps the blue and the green together, but is a little bit more of a toned down version of 4's costume with more armor. Again, I think 4 is better. And then 6 costume. I think he was added in 6 Empires or 6 Special. But, again, very white, and mostly blue and green and teal. I do kind of like this costume. A little over-designed, though. And then there's his 7 original, which is, not sure if you know those belt things, like they connect like the back and front. It's Air Force Zhongwei, I guess. And here is Samurai Warriors Zhongwei. Again, pretty cool. I like it less than the other ones, but I think it's a pretty cool costume. Again, I think 8 is the best costume for him. Liu Shan, amazing costume for this game. I love the robes showing more regalness because he is the first Shu Emperor and is pretty cool. I think the rapier fits him really well. I don't know why they gave him a freaking chair, but otherwise, I think it looks pretty cool for him for being an emperor. Also showing he's wearing less armor, showing more of his regalness, but also that he's not much of a fighter. 7's costume is a lot more fluffy, a lot fuzz. And I think it also is a pretty cool costume, showing more innate, like, keeping the emperor thing, but less slim, and going for more regal robes. I think that fits him too. 7, when he worked for Jin, when he as a Jin official. Again, I'm not sure how I feel with the checkerboard pattern, but I think it's a pretty cool costume. And I'm not sure how I feel about the wheels, the flames, and the checkerboards. I feel like kind of ruins the costume. Original costume. Kamen Rider, I think this is referencing. Interesting. Or he's a generic enemy from a Super Sentai TV show. And pretty interesting. Pretty cool looking costume. Not sure what it's supposed to be. Like the hat. I think this is supposed to be a fairy tale costume. Or it's supposed to be another warrior's costume. Oh no, it's the best show symbol, isn't it? So yes, no, this is a samurai costume. That's one of the a symbol of a Japanese clan. So yeah. So yeah. The samurai warriors, I'm not the biggest fan of it compared to the other ones. I feel like the legs kind of ruin it, and the arms makes them look really thin. But Liu Shan is very thin, so you know, body type 1. Anyways, and then here is his fantasy costume. I actually like this. It's basically when he was more of a fighter, and I think it's pretty cool. Or what if he was in the older games? I think it's pretty interesting. Alright, Shingsai. Shingsai's costume, I think her 8 design is great. Or thought it was great until I started using it on horseback, and then it just fell off. I think that I actually do like the costumes. Honestly, the upper part of the costume, pretty good. I think that the upper part is really good. I think it all falls apart and I think the leg part's pretty good. I think it all falls apart at the midsection where her, her hips are, because, you know, why are they exposed? Anyways, 7 costume, I feel like is a basically fixed version of our Dynasty Warriors 8 well, kind of fixed version, kind of combines a lot of what was in Dynasty Warriors 5, but well, has a longer skirt, so you don't have the problem of wanting to ride on a horse, and you know, is I also like the more armor parts on the chest, and also the pauldrons. Her Dynasty, this costume is what if she was part of Yuliu where she wore gold. I think the gold and black does fit Shingsai. I also like the haircut in this game. Anyways, original costume. What if she was a sports player? No. Not for me. Forest costume. Great costume, again. For me, Forest, the older costumes, this is an amazing costume. I actually like this one a lot more than her current and her, well, 7 design. Again, great costume. 5s. It's very much a slimmed down version of our Dynasty Warriors 4 costume. 6 costume. Kind of in between her 7 and 8 costume. Not the best. I do like the hair, though. Exclusive costume. What if she was a kitsune? Interesting costume design. Meh. 7 original. She was Jotaro. Meh. For me again. Oh, princess costume. She's Snow White. She's Snow White. Oh my god. Anyways, Not a big fan of the fairy tale designs. I think it's an interesting design. I'm looking at trying to look at it objectively. I don't think it fits for a legend. Why Snow White? It doesn't fit Xing Sai. Anyways, and here is her in a Mandarin gown. Not for me. Yeah, I think her best design is 4s. And 8s, except for that one part. Madai! Madai's costume is pretty good in this game, honestly. I think that the pauldrons and like the circular parts on the shoulders and I like the hat. Though I feel like it's a little bland. Seven's costume is basically honestly, I like this one better. I think the robes fit him more for like being a painter, and I think the brighter colors fit him with his bright personality and his gets hat too. Seven's costume is What If You Was a Way Officer? They made him blonde, and I think that the star pattern on his body looks pretty darn cool looking. I also like the purple headdress there, and the, yeah, I think it's a pretty cool costume for him. Original costume. Painter. That's it. Interesting costume. Not sure about the headdress, but other than that, decent. 7 originals. Track team. Again, not sure or biker. Biker, Madai. Not sure how I feel about it. Foxman. I think it has a cool design for the collar and the pauldrons. I think it's kind of interesting. Not sure how I feel about it. And the fantasy costume. What If He Was in the older games? I actually like this costume a lot. I think that if he was in the older games, this one would fit. Though apparently he is currently a Heartless. And I do like the costume. Guanswo! Guanswo's costume in this game I think is pretty decent. I think it's... I'm not sure I feel the leather pauldrons. They're really spiky, but otherwise I think it's a pretty good costume. Dynasty Warriors 1's... Holy crap. I've been doing this for a while. Anyways, Dynasty Warriors 7's costume I think is a pretty good one. I like that. I actually like that it has no pauldrons because it makes him look more mobile. This is what I think when I think of Guanswo. Because, you know, he's a martial artist. He's wearing a martial artist armor, like, outfit. This one I kind of like because the gold, like, splatters kind of makes it look like a tree. I do like this outfit a lot for him. You know, pretty cool. Original costume. Showman Guanswo. Seven's original costume, track team, pretty cool. Original 2, again, Fairy Tale Guanswo. He's the Candyman. He's the Candyman. He's wearing candy all over his body. He's Willy Wonka. Anyways, he's wearing an armlet made of chocolate. He's wearing cookies, donuts, and a candy necklace. He has cakes for for collars on his legs, and he has a lollipop in his hat. I kind of like this costume, but I also kind of hate it. Again, Guanswo, if he's in the older games, pretty good old costume. I do like it. Keep the mobility of it. Bao Sinang. Well, we're almost done, by the way. Don't worry. Bao Sinang. I really don't like her costumes. I think that honestly 9 is probably her best costume. Though she kind of looks like Konoichi. I feel like they kind of just created her just to have a character they can put in as least clothing as possible. Now I am going to say this: I like the colors. I like the pauldron. I like the headpiece. I like the what they did with with her, like the boots up to basically her leggings, up until they don't exist anymore. And I think the little dragon there on her shoulder is pretty cool. And I like the gloves. That's it. Other than that, I feel like it shows too much. And then there's 7, which is just battle bikini. It's even less. I don't like this costume at all. Next. Just that, but red. Original costume. Basically, the answer to Guanswo Showman still shows a lot, but it does feel Guanswo. I just feel like she needs to wear pants. That's it. Original costume. I think this one's actually pretty cool. This, if it wasn't for the cat ears, I think this actually could have probably not a fit at all, thinking about it this modern day. I think it's a pretty decent costume for her. Again, the candy. She's now a baker. That's it. It's getting dark outside. That's why my face is getting scared. Again, what if she was in the older games? I think it's pretty decent. I think it's better than her current costumes. Not sure about the pigtails though. Mandarin gown. Surprisingly, more clothing than she does in her normal costume, but just good. But yeah, I'm not sure about the Mandarin gown costumes. I get that's an actual gown that actually exists in real life. I'm not sure how I feel about them fashion-wise. Anyways, Shushu. Shushu again is the only character in the entire franchise to have the same costume in both games that he's in, other than finally 9 changed costume. It's a really, really good costume. Makes him look like an Assassin's Creed character. Heck, you even put up the hood. In blue, I think it actually looks better in blue and white. And then here is it with a hood. I don't need to go too much into this, but I do like the green with the hood more than I do with the blue. Original costume. Understand. Anyways, Shushu, but he's a what appears to be another sports team member. I like how they keep the hood, but Koei Tecmo costume. What if he was a worker at Koei Tecmo? Decent. I think it's the most probably bland costume in the game. Though it's basically him if he doesn't have his coat. Alright, Guanxing. Guanxing's costume in this game is pretty good. I think it's a very interesting costume for him. I like the little symbol on the back of his body. I like the two little flame symbols on the side. I like the little golden things in pants, and I think his headband's pretty cool. Now, regular costume 2. What if he was just white? Basically that, but white. Basically inverses the colors. Decent, I guess. And original costume is train conductor. Don't like it that much. Zhong Bao. His costume in this game I actually do like. I think it's a pretty cool costume for him, and it kind of calls back to how Zhang Fei looks in this game, with the top part, with the midsection with the bottom part. It's a pretty interesting costume. Another costume 2, it's basically that, but if it worked for Wei. Interesting. I think the white doesn't fit him as much as the white, but I do like the brighter gold. I think the green fits him better, though. The original costume is, Pokemon trainer, I guess, version of him. That's the only thing I think of is the Emmett and the other guy, the train conductors from Pokemon Black and White. Yeah, train conductor. Interesting costume for Zhang Bao. Guan Yinping. Guan Yinping, I actually like her costume in this game. I think it's a pretty interesting costume. I think it, I like the little hair things in her hair and the flowers, and I think it's a really cool costume. I also like the red and the green fit her character pretty well. Alright, regular costume 2. What if she joined Wu? The red kind of fits, honestly. I'm just gonna say that. The red actually kind of fits for her, and it, works. Original costume. Again, fitting with the train conductors, there is Guan Yinping's train conductor outfit. I actually do love... this actually is a really cool looking outfit, I'm just gonna say that. For Guan Yinping. I think it's a pretty cool costume. And exclusive outfit is what if she's a kitsune? Keeps her skirt in her shirt, but it adds sleeves and pant and leggings. Interesting costume. And the Mandarin gown. Again, kind of decent. Fa Zhang. Fa Zhang is the newest character added to Extreme Legends. Well, currently, because they're out of 2 more characters. But anyways, Fa Zhang is a pretty decent outfit. I think that we'll get to see more of him later. But I do like how they keep the black on him because he's all about vengeance and all that. And being edgy. And then we have the white and the black, which makes him looks bad on him. But yeah, that's every one of the characters. Next time I'll play Dynasty Wars 8 Extreme Legends. We'll be heading into the Extreme Legends stages and finishing the first 4. See you guys then. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Peace.